Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you today about Norwegian Cruise Lines. They have been making some moves here in the last 24, 48 hours. A number of internal memos are coming out and changes are happening regarding the fleet and the staff, the remaining staff on board these ships. First thing I want to let you know is that as we're all following the cruise lines, quiet period right now, Norwegian has been trying to cut costs everywhere they can, and like other cruise lines, they have got ships clustered in various areas around the planet, or they are looking to moor them somewhere to kind of wait out the pandemic. In the case of Norwegian, they have completely left the United States. There are no ships in U.S. waters except for one, and that is the one ship, the Pride of America, that is in Hawaii. Take a look at this picture here. This is from Cruise Mapper. That orange dot there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, that is the Pride of America in Honolulu. The orange dot just south of California, that's Ensenada, Mexico. And that would be the NCL Jewel. And then just north of South America, there's a couple of dots. Curacao has the NCL Sky and Pearl. And Aruba has the NCL Sun and the NCL Gem. Up in Europe here, the top orange dot there, just off the coast of Sweden, that would be two ships there, the Encore and the Bliss. In Southampton, we have the NCL Star. Then at the southern coast of France, that would be Marseille. The Breakaway and the Getaway are hanging out there. The port for Rome, Civitavecchia, the Epic is there. And in Naples, the NCL Jade. That's where they are. There's a ship in Sicily. Couple of them, the Dawn and the Spirit, are hanging out in Sicily. And in Asia, Kuala Lumpur, the Joy, and off the coast of Singapore, the Escape. All of the Norwegian ships are in various locales. A bunch of them are in Europe right now. And the word is that the cruise line has informed the employees on board these ships that they're going into what is called a cool layup. One level away from a cold layup. A cold layup would mean that the ships would be moored, all systems shut down, 5 people on the ship, maybe 10 people, looking for flooding, fires, and security breaches. A cool layup, it sounds to me like 12 crew members are going to be left on each ship. A very small crew. The engines will be shut down. The systems will be shut down. All power that the ship will receive will come from probably generators that are either on deck, part of the ship's generator system, or they will literally use a crane and drop a generator or two on the deck itself and hook up power cables to various systems on board the ship. It's a bit technical, but there are ways to do it. This is one way the cruise line can really cut back on expenses. They probably have, in the case of the Bliss and the Encore, my guess is that they likely have 60 crew on board right now, and they're going to try to get down to 12 to 15 crew. And the folks that they're letting go now, these are layoffs, most likely, end of contract. These are the folks making anywhere from $40,000 to $120,000 a year. We're talking about some pretty high-end people. The risk, of course, is you lay off these kinds of folks. They might get day jobs on land because they're highly skilled, or they get poached by other cruise lines. Even in the middle of a pandemic, a top-quality engine room person comes available, or air conditioning systems or water systems professional, high-tech, onboard computer systems specialist is available. All of a sudden, these guys get stolen. We'll see what happens. Norwegian's running the risk of losing staff, but I think what Norwegian has done here is they've admitted to themselves, and they're telling their crew, look, we're not going to be sailing for quite some time. We are likely not sailing until mid-2021 in any real case here. The ships are not being sent to scrap because none of Norwegian ships are really that old. There are a couple of ships from the 90s, but they all have balconies, and they would all be economically viable once they can start sailing again. But it sounds to me like, apart from a handful of ships that might do some sailings, the entire line is being shut down. There's just no other way to say it. When you're down to 12 to 15 crew members per ship, and you've moored the ships up at port, likely, one area of the port that's, not as heavily used, you're shutting down the engines, you're shutting down all the systems. You probably are installing dehumidifiers everywhere to try to keep everything from rusting out. You're going to start the engines maybe once a week for an hour just to kind of run them and then shut them off again. You're going to check water systems and air filtration systems, but you're shutting down. And these guys are already paying over $5 million a month per ship to keep them alive. They're going to try to drop that number now by another $1 million a month is my guess. And that's $17 million a month for 17 ships if they can pull this off. And for 6 months, do the math, folks. We're talking $100 million in savings if they are successful in this entire deal. And the reality is, with the CDC not giving a definitive restart date because they can't, and without American travelers being able to fly to international destinations to catch up to cruise ships, these ships here are in a state of limbo. They're just not going to be in business. And Norwegian probably doing the right thing by doing a further shutdown to a cool shutdown or cool layup. And it's just a way of admitting that they do not see cruising coming back anytime soon. Having said that, if the CDC said, hey, November 1, you're good to go, or December 1 or February 1, then these ships would likely be ready within a week to 10 days. It's a matter of getting the key crew members back and then getting the secondary crew members in, all the hotel staff, the casino staff, the waiters, the bartenders, the cabin stewards, the laundry people, the dishwashers, the sous chefs, and all the services that the ship is going to need. Of course, all the suppliers will have to be geared up. So the Coca-Cola people, the Pepsi people, I guess in this case, the folks supplying the rum and the food and then the fuel, and away we go. But it could be a month before a ship like this is ready for a turnaround. We'll keep an eye on this story. As I say, this is a developing thing. They're not talking about it very loudly. A lot of whisper rumors going on. We'll stay on the story in the meantime, folks. Thanks for watching today, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.